This is going to be my third time recording this. Oh my goodness. Fine, it's okay. It's fine. I'm doing this for myself. It's all good. Okay, so when I share this screen, let's make a Google Chrome. Is it sharing the screen? Are we good? Are we sharing this screen? How can I tell that we're sharing? Okay, I think we are. All right, so this is going to be a monthly recap over March. And I think this month overall, we have had it's a pretty mid trading month. Not going to be honest. First 2 weeks, we did very strong, very well past another challenge. And now we are moving on to bigger and better things. I do plan on purchasing another challenge in April to increase my capital allocation, but let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. And let's just go over the trades this month. So I'd love to be able to show you the P&L on my live account, but I don't want to show the account numbers, but you can trust my word. This month on my live account, my personal funded account, I am down exactly $575. And then on my funded account that we started 2 weeks ago on the 17th, I am down $1,200. So I did manage risk very well. As you can see from the second week, which is March 17th, we did go on, we did take a quite, we did take quite a bit of losing trades. Sorry, not losing trades, trades that resulted in lessons. And so that's probably why we did see the second half end red. But overall, we did trade very well. We were very consistent and we just did a very good job at just managing our risk. So let's go ahead and kind of just review over what the trades were. We'll start off with the trades that resulted in lessons. I'm not going to go too much into depth with it, but just kind of give an overview and give the lessons that I took from it. So with this first trade, I got the direction right on this trade. My only issue is that we didn't get a really strong type three. I kind of forced this entry a little bit, looking for an anticipation for a move to continue higher, but we didn't get it. This was the type three shift. Ideally, I should have placed my stops right below this strong low for a continuation back to the upside. So that was the first one. Did get the overall direction right, had the right confluences, and we did manage very well. Second trade was a very good planned trade. However, the user execution, so on my behalf, was not really the best. I saw the nice type three that we got, which is just a basic shift in structure. 1 minute type three shifted with a higher time frame alignment with a 5 minute closing type two, 15-minute type one, yada, yada, yada. I got in a little bit early chasing this move because I felt this fear of missing out, which is the worst feeling to ever feel. And then I ended up adjusting stops right around this area right here to tighten up my stop loss. And that is already a sign that I had missed, that I had forced an entry if I had to move my stops preemptively. Is that the word to use? Prematurely. I prematurely moved my stops to break even when I shouldn't have just yet. And price ends up pulling back to the area of interest that I really would have wanted to get in on to play the continuation higher and ends up hitting TP. So user error. There's a lesson in that. Got the direction right on that one as well. Third trade. Third trade resulting in lesson. We got the type 3 shift. Would you consider this a type 3 shift? Maybe not. Maybe you do. Maybe on the lower time frame you do. But there's two parts of trading. Trading is subjective and objective, right? The subjective, I might get this wrong. The subjective data is the mechanical part. Like what makes it a type three? You get a break of a low, immediately break a high, pull back, look for a continuation. The objective part, or is that the objective part of the data? I'm not sure, but one or the other. But the second part of the data is now how high quality of a setup is that data, right? Does this type three look like the highest quality of type threes? At the time, it did. We broke the highs, it looked good. Now I'm looking back at it, I'm like, okay, what do we see? Price was actually trending lower after this huge move to the upside, right? So we're now trading in this little intraday range. 15-minute was also trading at this higher time frame area of interest. We were following the overall medium time frame trend. If I can pull that back up, we were following the overall medium time frame trend, hence why I was looking for continuation longs. I didn't want to take shorts until price had proven something otherwise, in which I believe we end up proving later. But actually, we take a look. That is not the 4 hour. This is the 4 hour. 4 hour ends up pulling back and then moving higher. So I did get the direction right. However, just mistimed it. I could have waited for a larger shift to confirm that. And then this next trade, kind of the same general lesson that the market's provided, right? We're trading at this higher time frame area of interest where we have anticipation of price having a higher probability of rejecting. As you can see, we had treated it as support. Now we turn it to resistance. The reason why I was feeling so adamant about taking longs was because this was the kind of short-term trend, right? We're looking bullish. However, if we take a look on all the other time frames, we were getting confluences to go short. So I made the mistake of seeing something that I shouldn't have, and we end up moving lower. So overall, larger market context over the last couple of weeks have just not been there, and definitely something I could work on. Like higher market context, we have now approached this area of interest where price has seen previous support, should have automatically been looking for sells. Next trade, we got the direction right on this trade and we just mistimed it. Attempted a type 2 short, type 2 as an entry model, looking to get in on the pullback stop above the highs. However, first thing was that price did not break below these lows, which is pretty important when it comes to a type 2 close, especially something like this, because I consider this pretty much scuff. I also think that it wasn't the highest quality of trades just due to us. If we take a zoom out on the higher time frame, we are now trading in this range, right? And usually in this range, you're looking for price to move up from these lows. I was expecting a continuation after seeing this closure below, seeing price accept, was looking for that pullback to continue lower, but we didn't get it. And I think that price overall had a higher probability of moving up anyways, just due to us already being in an overall higher time frame trend. And yeah. And then this last trade overall had the direction pretty nicely. We had a nice type 3 shift on 5 minute and 1 minute. Got an entry on the 5 minute type 1. So when the candle closed bullish, got in on the pullback, looking for continuation. Taking a look at this though, price action was kind of trading in this range. And after we got that type 3 shift, price did already trade up into these highs. But I was feeling pretty confident in that just because we are overall trending bullish. But I think something that was pretty key was that we did get a nice type 3 bearish shift in structure right here. If you consider that a shift, close below these lows, was looking for price to kind of pull back into these areas for a continuation higher, in which we did get later on in the day. But I think my lesson for this trade was just to wait for higher time frame confluences to really show that price wants to continue higher. I mean, we did get it on the 1 minute and 5 minute, but the 15 minute was kind of telling us at that moment that we were potentially looking bearish. We also have this small shift right here. And I mean, we did get a shift to the upside as well, but I think that the main thing to pay attention to is that the 30 minute had shifted bearish type 3, 1 hour shifted bearish type 3, 4 hour had, well, not really shifted, but looked pretty strong. And yeah, so those are the losing trades. Going over the winning trades, let's go ahead and go over them really quick. Overall, direction was looking pretty bullish as we were breaking above these highs. Trade was taken around this area of interest, right around this hourly candle right here. Was looking just for a continuation back up into this area of interest, in which we did get. We had a nice type 3 shift, got in on the pullback, looked for a continuation higher. So very good. very good at identifying the direction of that day. This one as well, overall trend was bullish, looked pretty bullish just from taking a look at these areas of interest right here, right? 4 hour also saw price acceptance in this area. 1 hour broke these highs, was looking for a continuation. Very good at focusing on the intraday trend, right? Also had a nice little pullback into this area of interest. See this as like almost like the type three as well, had a strong move back to the upside. But I saw this shift and I just wanted to wait for that one. So that was nice. Here's another trade. Identify this area of interest right here. Saw price reject, pull back. Nice continuation, looking for that move to the downside. Had a nice 15-minute type 3 shift as well, along with 30-minute, everything just aligning. Here's a second trade that I took on that day that we took that loss from the terrible trade management. We took it on the 30-minute reversal. So price was rejecting this range, attempted to take it short, stop above these highs, just looking to take quick profits. Another trade with a nice type 3 shift right here. Overall trend was still bearish, right? We did get a nice impulsive bullish move up, but still respecting this higher time frame high right here. Overall, just moving lower. 15-minute, kind of rangy, but we had this higher time frame area of interest. If we take a look right here, rejected that and just looking for a move to the downside. Another type 3 shift. See, these type 3 shifts are very prominent. Like they make sense. Overall direction was looking very strong as well. And then this last trade, obviously very bullish move. We are trading in like kind of an area of interest, but then when we see the 1 hour, 15 and 30-minute aligning for that break and retest, it's giving you it's giving you confidence to take the trade. So market structure in the higher time frame is also extremely important, which is something I didn't really pay too much attention to as I was taking those trades that resulted in lessons over the last couple of days, right? Like the ones where we had that type 3 bear shift, that's market structure, right? Market was shifting bearish up at these highs. Should have paid a little bit more attention to that and held more weight to it, but I didn't. But other than that, it was a very great week. I had, or a great month. Had a lot to learn. Took 16 trades. Had seven, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wins, 6 losing, and then 3 break evens. Definitely a little bit more trades than I usually would have taken, but totally fine. I think that it comes with the fact that I was maybe thinking a little bit about profits a little bit too much, but I need to rewire my brain, abandon that thinking, focus on just high quality setups, focus on taking those clear type 3 shifts, but also making sure it aligns with a higher time frame direction. I think that's extremely key, extremely important. And that was what had resulted in a lot of my success, and I will continue to do so. And with that being said, that is going to just end up the trading video right here. I want to make sure that I hit all the points. And then as for my goals for next month, when it comes to risk management, I am going to be focused on taking trades max risking like 500-600 bucks on the funded account and then half of that on my live. And then I will also be starting the combine as well to create abundance so that I'm not depending on just one live funded account. And it also gives me that sense of, okay, like let's just focus on taking good trades. And yeah, that should be a great week, great month. And we'll go ahead and see you guys on the next trade recap. Hopefully this recorded the right screen so I don't have to record it for the fourth time, but we'll see. Fingers crossed. And I'll catch you guys later.